Signs that New York City's migration could be turning around after tens of thousands of people left. Well, could they be now coming back? Thanks for staying with us. I'm Tamsin Fidel.
And I'm Erin E. LeBeau. The COVID-19 pandemic caused almost 2% of New York's population to move to other states. Well, but now there are signs that that population is starting to come back.
Yeah, that's right. We're here to tell us. The good news in all of it is CEO of the Bizzarro agency, Matthew Bizzarro. Nice to see you, Matthew.
So great to be back. Nice to see you again.
Well, so let's talk about it. How big of a population decline are we talking about that we saw during the pandemic?
Well, it was a large number. There were 334,000 people that left New York during the height of the pandemic. And just here in Manhattan, there was 117,000 people. So if you put that into perspective, that's 2 Yankee stadiums plus 8,000 people.
Okay, so we're talking about the population loss. Have things kind of rebounded, or people have just decided, hey, I'm better off somewhere else?
Well, it's a mixed bag right now. There are definitely still people leaving. So this is my fun fact, is in the first 4 months, we saw 21,000 New Yorkers move to Florida. And we didn't even have a bad winter. So there are definitely still people moving, but we are seeing firsthand in our organization at the Bizzarro agency that clients are coming back. More than half of the contracts that we have right now are from folks moving out of state back into New York.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that moved to Florida, actually, just in a small group of people. So it's really pretty amazing. And, you know, it makes sense with some of the things that people are looking for. They're looking to save money, and there's ways to do that with no, state income tax there. All right, well, are there signs, any signs that people are moving back into the city right now? Because if you look at the roads, you think they are, but I don't know if that's,
Or finding an apartment, you think they
are.
Right.
Yeah.
1,000%. But we're also looking at the data. And the data is also showing very heavily that people across the country are searching for New York, which is very exciting. This time last year, about a quarter of the people's searches were in New York. But right now, it's over 34% of folks looking at New York. So there's definitely a huge upswing in traffic coming to the city right now.
Okay, so besides New York City, are there any other places that people are looking?
There are. The 2 largest cities that people are looking at are Washington, D.C. and New York. But the other cities that saw the most increase are smaller cities where the cost of living is lower. So Omaha, El Paso, and Birmingham. So what's really interesting about this story is, generally speaking, as you were saying, when people move, they look to downsize their costs. Right. But right now, the numbers are dictating that, as you and I know, New York is one of the more expensive cities in the country, but the numbers are showing that they're searching New York really hard right now, which I believe the consumer is saying they see all the benefits of New York and how it's worth it.
So let me ask you, what does it mean overall for the real estate market here in the city, and for how long do we think that's going to hold true?
Well, I think we're looking at the market has slowed down. Right? We saw the interest rates creep up, inventories on the rise, but there's great signs of hope, because with these numbers of people starting to move to New York and seeing that there is such a tremendous value right now in the market, because we're seeing folks right now get apartments at prices that they're negotiating that they couldn't do 6, 8, 12 months ago. Right. So a lot of people are seeing the value in New York, and I think that's going to take an upswing into the summer, into the fall.
Speaking of the rental prices, do you think as more people initially come back, is that going to change and bring the rental prices up for people?
Well, rental is all about inventory. So if inventory remains low, then prices are going to remain high. And right now, a lot of folks have decided to stay where they're at, be it they didn't want to purchase now, or be it it's just sometimes cheaper to extend your lease for a year.
Sure.
So we welcome everybody in, but yeah, if you're looking on the rental side, it's probably going to be a little more expensive this summer.
Stay put.
That's exactly right. People are still a little leery. They're not exactly
It's an amazing time to buy. I'm telling you right now, if you have the means to purchase, either you have the down payment saved, or you have the ability to get a gift from family, it's a tremendous time to purchase, because your money in the long run is going to go way better into paying your mortgage instead of somebody else's.
All right. Well, always more to talk about with this, that's for sure. Matthew Bizzarro, nice to have you. Thanks for speaking with us this afternoon.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Have a beautiful day.
All right, you too.